Yo. Hi, Sosa. How are you doing? Oh, Dolan. Yeah, you're another one. How are you doing tonight? Iron Dome will take care of it. I miss Cap reacting to the new emote. Yes, Sosa. Thank you for the new emote. Cop G. It looks so sinister. This is not what police do, Chad. They don't just point a gun at you and smile. You know what I mean? Let's watch. Oh, so I haven't watched. So, Twitch chat. Is this me too? This is when I was in shape. I gotta get back here. I intentionally, chat, have not watched any Banlist content today. Like I haven't watched Sells' video. I haven't watched MBT's video. I haven't watched anything. I wouldn't understand like the hate for the ban. Tenza is already saying the ban list is terrible. Like, what don't you like about the ban list, Tenza? What don't you like? Like, to me, I don't know. Like, obviously, I think Link Karibo. I hate that ban, chat, because it's just weird. I don't like when we ban cards because they're too popular rather than like the power of the card. And Link Karibo is, I mean, is it the weakest card on the ban list, chat? Like a lot of people said Link Karibo is the weakest card on the ban list. It reminds me very much of like Mecha Phantom Beast Lion, chat. I said for years, like eventually we will be embarrassed that we banned Mecha Phantom Beast Lion of all cards. We will look back at Link Karibo and say the same thing. Like we actually banned fucking Link Karibo, a card that all it does is make your opponent's monster go to 0 attack for the turn. We banned that card. You know what I mean? It's underwhelming. I disagree. I think there's a lot of excitement from the FNO list. Should we cancel the draft? No, we should not. That's if the older generations had to be drafted, then you guys had to be drafted too. All right, let's see what Selza says about the ban list.
All right, YouTube. There's been a ban list. Oh my! I don't know why it's on a random Saturday. I hope it is illegal for YCS Raleigh. I swear, if it's not legal for YCS Raleigh, I'm gonna lose it, man.
Move my camera. Okay, hold on. He's scuffed. That mic is sounding a little scuffed, by the way. He broke his mic.
Snake eye mirrors, man. But yeah, I'm hyped. Hopefully they ban Snake Eye Ash. Just ban Snake Eye Ash. The deck changes completely.
They didn't hit a single Snake Eye card.
Notifications, please. I'm getting to you, man. All right, so on the page, but it's not loading. So I might have to look at Twitter. Let's load it one more time.
Yeah, I can only go on Twitter.
Happens. All right, it's loading.
No, it's not. You're not gonna get it.
Still, Guido ban. Okay. Let's go to Forbidden.
You're gonna have to go to Twitter.
All right, one more time. You're gonna have to go to Twitter. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to Twitter. All right, let's try to dodge any whatchamacallits? Spoilers.
Impossible.
Just to the Yu-Gi-Oh website. All right, Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. Let's not.
Let's
not get spoiled. Let's not get spoiled. All right,
first thing you see is Link Karibo, I think. Okay.
Okay, ban list.
Konami is unpredictable.
This is the moment of truth. Ban Snake Eye Ash, please. Just
I'm not a fan of the picture ban list.
Attention, duelist. Effective from April 15th. Wait, what? Yes, effective from April 15th. So this is legal for practice, Raleigh. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Selza is actually Luffy, chat. He's actually Luffy, the character, where his hat's falling off and stuff.
Oh, come on. All right. And when I click on this post, we're going to see. Link Karibo. Baron Savage. Oh, they did it. They banned Baron. They banned Summon Limit. What? They banned Link Karibo.
What's the dance emote for Selza, chat?
No way.
Is it? I think it's Selza, please.
No way. They finally banned the game.
They're
gonna ban Apple next. They're going to ban Apple next. I talked about this.
Okay, so this is what everyone is saying, chat. Everyone is saying essentially that Appaloosa is on borrowed time. Here's the thing, though. Like, they couldn't have banned Appaloosa now Because, like, we do know, chat, like, she's getting reprinted in Rarity Collection 2. Did people forget about that? Like, that's already been Konami told us that. Like, that's already been confirmed. She's not, she's also not an Omni-Negate, but she's in, that set comes out next month. Like, the set comes out in, what, a month? You know what I mean? So, like, they're not going to ban a card and then print it in, like, 5 different rarities. So, Oppo was never going to get banned. This one, these two were in the last Rarity Collection, which, oh my god. Chat, did any of you guys have any of these cards? Because it's downstairs. I have a freaking QCR Baron de Floor, chat. And I'm kind of mad because I actually never got to play it. I have a QCR Baron de Floor. I had 3 summon limits, and I sold all of them because I was like, I think summon limit's going to get banned. Because summon limit feels very much like Royal Oppression, or like, it feels like Vanities, either one. But I have this card. I sold one recently. I think I have one more. And I don't think I even own a copy of Savage. But I definitely don't have like a QCR Savage or anything like that. I only pull Baron at locals, good F combo players. I have Savage Strike Borload. That's not that bad. What's up, Sideframe Duelist? I have a yeah. That's what I have. QCR Baron was it. I mean, now it's probably like $5, but it was like a $50 card. You know what I mean? So
I said generic negation is so freaking cringe, dude. I swear, it's just so bad for the game. So I'm so glad we don't see a Snake Eyes here, so we're kind of scared right now. We're still scared right now. It's not great.
I bought a QCR Baron 3 days ago.
A bunch of cards if they're gonna go for this approach. Link Rebo, really good. It makes it to where they can't dodge Imperm or whatever. Baron.
Why is that good though? Like, I understand the end result, but like, did the card actually deserve to be banned? Like, how? How can anyone justify Link Karibo being banned? This is you guys remember how I was saying like top 5 worst bans, like Mathmax Sir? This is like top 5 worst ban ever. Like ever in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Karibo is like one of the 5 worst bans ever. Like, what, we actually just banned a card that said lower the attack of a monster to it's a freaking battle trap, and a shitty battle trap at that. Right? Legit the worst. Link Karibo is mistake for sure. Link 1 shouldn't I don't want to go that far, cuz like our archetype Link 1s are very good. I mean, like, if you look at a deck like Musketeers or Trap Tricks, like, can they even function without their Link 1s? Probably not. You know, like, Prank Kids like needed its Link 1 to be like competitive, you know what I mean? So
Adios amigos.
Vanquish Soul, same thing.
Borlo Savage Dragon. I don't even think Borlo Savage Dragon was that big of a problem, but
it's the same card as Baron.
It's good riddance. And then Summon Limit, that card was broken. It was literally Vanity's Emptiness, like,
yep,
4.0 or whatever, 3.0.
The Yu-Gi-Oh website still hasn't uploaded,
so,
really?
Let's get to the limit.
They missed.
This is the moment of truth. Nothing else matters. Like everything else from this point, just we need limit Snake Eye Ash, limit something else, limit, like, bro, just please. All right, next page. Boros! Title! Colossus! Wait, anti-spell! Wait, no!
Celsius mic is actually terrible, chat.
Wait a second! Frodos! They actually unbanned Frodos! They unbanned Frodos! Wait, there's no Snake Ash here, but Frodos and Colossus? And
okay, quick question. How do you guys genuinely feel about Arch Nemesis Protos? Because, like, I understand that originally, chat, I was on the, like, Protos doesn't need to get banned. But, like, looking back at it, this is, like, such a weird card to get unbanned. Like, I don't know. To me, this is, like, super strange. Because this is a card that does meet the standard of like how Yu-Gi-Oh was played now, chat. Like there's certain cards like Snatch, Steal, and Change Your Heart that they don't meet how Yu-Gi-Oh's played anymore. Like what do you do with a Snatch Steal if you're going first? Like you literally can't activate the card. Yeah, to me I think Protos can be very good. Like if some people are saying, oh, it's fine, I don't care. No, I think the card's cancer. Cause like the thing is, you can say like, oh, it's fine now, but like, what happens, chat, if you're playing Snake Eye and someone Protoses for fire and you automatically lose the game on the spot? Like, is it not the same result as back like 2 years ago? Because that's I've already seen people do it. That's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is like the card didn't get less powerful, chat, and it like Protos was already searchable back in the Burst of Destiny format. It's still searchable now. So like the idea of, oh, it's fine, Cap, it's not like, okay, but what if you are playing like a mono attribute deck and someone just protoshes you turn one, like, and you just lose the game? That would be the same thing. Just impermanent. I mean, usually you have to imperm something earlier in the play, right? You know what I mean? Like that's the whole thing with Protos is like, usually if you have just imperm, like, okay, you might stop Protos, but like you probably only imperm for the other stuff. Blind Protos never works. I mean, I don't know if I'd blind call fire, but I don't know.
Chicken game? Karen, finally! They listened to us they finally listened to us. Karen!
Now that's a bad Protos.
Karen! No way!
Protos would have prevented Link
they said,
Revo.
bro, this is so funny. They're literally like, okay, we're not gonna hit any Snake Eye cards.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna limit any Snake Eye cards, but we're gonna literally unban Protos and Colossus. Yo, I might bring Sword Soul to the event. Yo, no cap. Protos Call Fire is crazy. Protos Call Fire is broken against Snake Eye.
Until you in that deck, I don't know, because that deck just loses the nib. Yeah, Sword Soul against Nibiru is
they actually hit the floodgates too.
Yeah, we hit summon limit and anti-spell.
They actually hit summon limit. They actually banned it. They didn't limit it. They banned it, and they hit anti-spell. Oh my goodness. This is still pretty scary, by the way. They could have at least, if they limited Snake Eye Ash, this list would be insanely perfect. But they did not limit Snake Eye Ash, so it's pretty scary. I still feel like Snake Eye is pretty good.
Oh, wait. Chat, what is Protos' summoning condition? I totally forgot about that. Protos has to like, I know he has to like banish. Does he have to like banish 3 different like types or attributes or something? 3 attributes. Okay. I'm totally forgetting that he has like a summoning condition. Okay. So that's why it's so easy in Sword Soul, because all the attributes are different. Okay.
Very
banish 3 attributes. Gotcha.
I would say crucial ban. It's one of the most crucial bans without like hitting the deck. Besides maybe like I would have went IP here, but they're not gonna do that, or Apollosa. Like if both.
Okay, to be honest, chat, with that, like, I understand that this is not a card that people were talking about, but with just roll with the chat. Would it have made more sense to ban IP Masquerena than it would have than to ban Link Karibo? Because to me, it's like IP seemed like that would have been an infinitely better ban than like Link Karibo. I didn't even like, why not just ban like because you're not gonna ban SP Little Knight. Like, you just released the card 6 months ago. You're not doing that. You want to reprint it at some point. But like, why not just ban like IP Masquerena? IP Masquerena is used a ton, and she's always like kind of a disruption with Unicorn, but now the disruption is like infinitely better, chat, because you don't have to discard anything, and you can get like 2 disrupt. Like IP in the SP chat is like 1 billion times better than like Unicorn, than like the Unicorn ever was. Konami wants more money. She's in Rarity Collection 2. What the motorcycle one. Okay, yeah, you're right. I think the motorcycle one is in a Rarity Collection too. Okay, yeah, true.
Those cards are on there. Like, the Snake Eye end board is gonna be vastly different.
I don't think Snake Eye will be a deck anymore. I think it'll be Fire King Snake Eye.
Yeah, this is great, honestly.
And I'm not sure that, like, I don't
I
think
don't
people will
know.
play synchros.
Yeah, I mean, this stops the jet synchron stuff. This stops,
Protoss
like,
is
I guess they
broken
have to
against
make
Snake
Anima
Eye
now.
until they use Sinful
Um,
Spoil of
they can't
Subversion.
dodge like stupid stuff. They can't protect damage with Linkribo. Like that's pretty important. Snake Eye is still like the best deck, I'm pretty sure. Like,
I don't know.
but yeah. All right, let's get to the other list. All right. The list is so.
Chat, what is the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh? If we're taking into consideration Light of Destruction, because that set comes out in like a week, I don't know. I would say, what's it called? Like I'd probably say like Tempe, Yubel, Fire King, Snake Eye. No, not ever. Like, what's the best deck right now with taking into consideration not only the FNL list, but then also Light of Destruction. Like, I would say it's Tempe. Cause like that deck actually says like you can't interact with our monsters. And also is like you can't nib it either. Cause all their summons come in the battle phase where you can't Nibiru them. Like I would say probably Tempe, or I mean, you guys not gonna like this, but until Konami hits Runic, chat, I just see no reason to stop playing Runic, to be honest. Like that's why I'm so like stuck right now, chat. Cause Konami is not giving Runic players a reason to not play Runic. Like Runic is by default just too good, and like and now you could even just blind. Well, I don't know if you blind second at Runic, but like now there's no more Omni. Like what are people doing turn one that like Runic cares about? There's no more anti-spell because it's at 1. Like you can make any board you want. I just don't care because like you don't beat Runic cards by default. Runic White Forest looks crazy. I mean, but like, why play White? Like, why play any of those engines when I could just play Runic? like Runic Stun is by default just better than all the other Runic build. Like, why play these bricks that need to like do combos and like lose to Nib and do all this other weird shit that I don't need to do when I could just like floodgate you? You know, and like until Konami until they like hit Fountain, there's like no reason to stop playing Runic. This is why Runic is continually played in the OCG. Like, there's no reason to not play it. What's the stun part? Skill drain, rivalry, goes in match, Tikaboo. You only get one copy of each, but like you draw so many cards, you're probably gonna see them. You know what I mean? Branded. What stun is left over other than skill? I just told you. There can be only one. Rivalry or Warlords, and goes in match. Like, you only need Synchro Barrier. Synchro Barrier says you can't attack. Like, only, I mean, Synchro Barrier might not be good against Tempe because like they only play, they just summon Synchro monsters, but you know what I mean? It's matchup dependent. But like, what inherently beats it though? The reason Runic Stun has been good, chat, for years is because Yu-Gi-Oh decks, they are not used to naturally defending. Like, deck out, I always use this as an example, chat. Playing Runic Stun is like being Neji in Naruto. How Neji attacks the inner organs and like no one has a defense against that. That's what playing Runic Stun is. There's like there's no defense to like being decked out. Like Yu-Gi-Oh decks are not prepared for that. You know what I mean? There's no card that says like when it's banished, I put my other shit back. Like there's no way of like inherently beating that. So you just win. You win like every game. You win like every game one by default, basically. And like your deck is inevitable, where you continually draw cards from Fountain. So if the game goes longer than like 3 turns, you also just win by default. Is Neji still? I mean, somebody killed him, but you know, I'm not saying Neji's the best, but like somebody killed his ass. But it is I think it's a pretty good comparison or metaphor. Neji is the most washed up Naruto character. Well, I still was playing Necro. No. That doesn't work. When Necroface is banished, you just banish more of the Runic player's cards. Is there a card, chat, that puts cards back in your deck from banish other than Necroface? Because I was like, if that is a card, I would side that, chat. If I play Runic at Raleigh, so like if my opponent banishes it, I can like somehow do something to them. You know what I mean? He got revived in Boruto. That sounds really bad. That sounds like trash. I'm not a fan of that.
Eating, boy.
Pot of Acquisitiveness. Normal summon Necrophage. See, that won't work because Runic don't play Skill Drain. They have Freezing Chains.
The eating, boy. It's really gonna go. Let's go. I knew they were gonna do this.
Senpai Core is about to get bought out pre-sale week.
I was like, they might put back a Pearly card. They don't have to put back, the 3. Sleepy Memory of the 3. But they can put Delicious back.
I don't think Sleepy Memory is going to be
because
a 3 for a long
it's just
time.
like all these other decks are just weaker. So they're
Metaphys is
buffs.
a counter pick.
I can't believe they unbanned Colossus. And Chicken. Well, I could.
What do you guys think of Thunder Dragon Colossus, chat? Because someone in Discord was saying, like, this card's not good. No, it was Selza. Selza was like, Thunder Dragon Colossus is not good. And I was like, doesn't this card damn near FTK Fire King? Like, the way that it's played right now, it seems like it damn near FTK, like, 3. So, like, count up the cards that just don't work under Colossus. 3 Snake Eye Ash doesn't work. 3 Poplar doesn't work. Your Fire King Island doesn't work. Your 3 wanted posters don't work. Like, it's like a quarter of the deck that just, like, doesn't work. And everyone's saying, oh, Imperm. Like, okay, you better have it. If you don't have it, like, what are you doing? It's the best. I wouldn't say it's the best monster in the game, but if it can beat literally a quarter of my opponent's deck or their starters, like if my one Colossus beats almost every single starter in your deck, I think that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Subversion. Okay, you just gonna draw Subversion? Because you can't, you realize, like, you can't search the card. You can't go Popular search Subversion. You can't search. Like, all the Snake Eye cards, chat, the entire point of them is just to search other cards. But if you can't search, then, like, what are you doing? Like, you better have that. And if you're playing stuff like Droplet and Chalice, like, I guess you're not playing hand traps at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not playing hand traps, like, that's fine. I think the best answer is probably SP Little Knight as, like, a generic banish. Thunder Dragon Runic, that just sounds worse than regular Runic.
Kind of get chicken game because they just unlimited Upstart Goblin. But bro,
ban the code.
Protoss, I didn't think they were actually gonna unban Protoss either. Protoss?
Nemesis Corridor is the new mushroom thing, and to be honest, the best things to use to get Colossus out. Not the greatest pool. I'll show you guys a replay in a second. I don't know if this like whole Colossus splashable thing is if it's going to be a big thing, but that's what everyone's on right now. Thank you very much, Kiba Nation, coming through with the Twitch resubscription. 58 months in a row of grown-ass Kiba-ness. That is, hopefully it's something easily divisible by 12. 4 and a little over 4 3/4 of another year of grown-ass Kiba-ness. Pour one out for Baron DeFleur, the best Sword Soul card. The deck is dead without it. Feels bad, man. I mean, Sword Soul was trash anyway, so I'm not really going for it. But I thank you, Bear on the floor. 2 months short of 5 years. Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't know, chat. Like, Baron, I can't feel bad about Baron getting banned. She's the best. We've talked about this for like the last 3-4 months, have we not? Baron DeFleur is the best level 10 synchro ever printed, and she was going to be the best level 10 synchro for like the foreseeable future. Like, people weren't gonna stop playing her, chat, for like 5 years or some shit like that. Like, the game power creep would have to be so ridiculous to get to the point where like you don't play Baron because there's just something better. But whatever other like generic level 10 you could think, she's so much. What is the next best level 10 in Yu-Gi-Oh, chat? And don't say Bestial Dispatter because that's not a generic card. Like, what is the next best one? Chaos Angel isn't even generic because it requires lights and darks. Like, there's no other 10 that's like generic 10s. There's no other generic 10 chat that's even in her league, to be honest. God, I don't know, a fucking Sword Soul card or something, like Chen Ying. Like, there's a Leo, the one that can't be, like, there's nothing even in her league. That's how much better she is than, like, her next competitor.
Wait, Sword Soul
Evil Longview.
Bro, that's broken. Bro. Alright, what's that?
But thank you, Kiba.
Harper, tier, engage, malicious. Like, this, as hype as I am, I'm probably not gonna be hyped, but I noticed that like Snake Eye's still like undoubtedly the best deck. But
I disagree.
this does do something. It's at least something. You don't. The problem with it is that
have you heard Rick Ross diss Drake? Bruh, Rick Ross is like 50 years old, and as I said on the last stream, he's really not that good. Like, who the fuck is Rick Ross to diss Drake? I first off, I just heard Drake's diss on like everyone, and I thought it was great. And he says like Rick, who the fuck are you? Like, all your hits, like I made all your fucking hits. Like, who are you to be coming at me? Like, come on, bro. Drake greater than, I'm not gonna go on to that, but like, who the fuck is Rick Ross to diss Drake? Like, you almost 50 years old. Sit your old ass down. Can we listen to it?
The EU region,
y'all haven't heard
and,
it?
like all the regions.
Drake
from,
is
like,
Drake is the same age as I am. Drake is the
but-
same age as I am. Press 1 if old man Drake, old man Cap G. Old man Drake, old man Cap G.
Just didn't have it. Well,
I think I'm older.
Well, all the Americas. The Americas.
Yeah, correct. I'm
had
older
a
than
lot of
Drake
events,
by 3 months.
But EU has not had like a
No,
major
4 months, 4 months.
event. So it's like really bad to like hit. If they hit Snake Eye Ash, I think this list was perfect. I think this list was 100% perfect, but they didn't limit Snake Eye Ash. So
watch the dig.
I mean,
okay, I hope DB Grinder made like a second video, chat, because the Banlist video that I saw with DB, it was like a minute long, and unless he's like this band sucks, this band's good, this band, like, yeah, it was. I mean, maybe I was like tripping or something, but I think it was like less than 2 minutes. What about MBT? Okay, let's see. Grinder had enough of this. He just went straight to. I haven't watched this channel in a while because, like, I don't know. I don't have that much like. I'm not that interested in seeing the new decks, chat, other than maybe Tempe. But like new Lightsworn, like I don't know. I mean, like some of those decks, I just know that they aren't that good. You know what I mean? So, but like, hold on, I do want to see. Yeah, it's a 1 minute. Well, here, let's just run it.
Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we're going to be going over the new ban list. So this is going to be effective April 15th for North and Latin America. Okay, also it's going to be legal for YCS Raleigh. So we have Link Karibo ban, Baron ban, Savage ban, Summon Limit ban. Oh my god. Oh, Baron, Savage, Summon Limit, Link Karibo, Summon Limit, thank god. Arch Nemesis, Protoss is limited. Wow, Sword Soul. Title's limited. We already knew that was going to happen. Colossus is limited. Oh, that's insane. Oh my god. Kieran's limited. That should have happened last ban list. Chicken Game's limited. Sure. Anti-Spell's limited. Nice. Another Floodgate hit. That's crazy. Delicious Memories at 2. Armageddon Knight's at 2. Armageddon Knight doesn't matter right now, but Delicious Memory.
Let me just say this. Am I the only person who inherently does not like the design of this card? Like, I know everyone says, like, it doesn't matter, but name the last time, chat, that someone played Armageddon Knight and it wasn't, like, some bullshit deck. That someone just played it and it was like, this is just part of my archetypes engine, cat. Like, you can't. And so it is, that's not the point, though. That's not the point. It works with the best attribute in the game by a billion miles. Like, okay, yeah, fire is, like, the hot shit right now. But historically, Dark has been, like, the best by a lot. And I don't know, the last time I remember, like, Armageddon Knight being... I mean, it was kind of broken in this, but it was around, like, when Phantom Darkness came out. I was like, all right, Armageddon Knight, drop D-Mock into the graveyard, Reborn D-Mock, get my Reborn right back. That was the combo. Show me the broken... There's going to be a broken... Okay, fine. That's fine. When there's a broken combo, chat, just shut up and don't say Cap G didn't warn you. You know what I mean? Like, this card should be banned. This card should not, like, go to 3. Just because you don't see the issue with it now doesn't mean the issue won't happen, chat. You know what I mean? Armageddon Knight is a knight like me. Oh, you mean anime now.
Right,
Okay.
that's a huge, like, good for Pearly. Wow. And then Unlimited Mally to 3. That's solid. That could also be good for Tier. Harp Horror to 3. Terratop to 3. Engage to 3. Okay. Wow, that's honestly crazy. Okay, so that is going to be it for the video. Sorry for making this so long, but that was a... that's wild. Okay, so YCS Raleigh, all my testing... straight down the drain. Cool. With that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.
That is one unfortunate thing. It's like everyone's testing is kind of... Everyone's testing, chat, like, kind of... I mean, well... And this is why... I don't know. I feel good in a way because, like, I didn't do any testing. So, doesn't bother me at all. Speeded up grinder, the format was solved. A DB grinder, banger vid, best one. You're gonna hate me for this, Cap, but sleepy memory should go to 1. Drawing 6 is not. Well, you can't draw 6 in E. Now you can only draw 4. I think drawing 6 and having Noir with like triples. I think that was too much. That was the only thing, chat, and purely where I'm like, that is definitively too much. Like, draw 3, and then yeep, and then draw 3 more cards, and then usually have like 3 spins, unaffected, even if your opponent tried, like, you have to like kaiju them and kill them, or if your opponent tries to like chain, it's fine, you just chain the Noir, and then they chain, and you chain again. You know what I mean? Like, that was the only thing about Purely, chat. Because, like, generally speaking, do you guys think that, like, Purely is a good deck chat, or a good deck chat and, like, design? Like, the concept of it. Like, do you guys look at it as a deck where it's like, oh my god, it's too unfun, it's too like, I think Purely is, like, good. Like, card design and stuff. No Purely card outside of Noir. And Noir's the boss monster. It's supposed to be strong. Like, there's nothing in Purely where it's like, oh my god, this is so unfair, this is too broken, I can't compete with this, it has 5 Omni, like, there's no Omni negates, there's no non-targeting removal, there's no banishing in Purely, like, Purely is, like, fine, you know what I mean? Design is weirdo. I think it's unique, it's a cat that turns into a turtle, it's pretty good for no hard once per turns. Yeah, I think Purely is, like, good card design, chat. Again, you can complain about Noir being a towers, but like, it has to have 6 materials to be a towers. You know what I mean? Like, it's the boss monster. So like, if you don't want the boss monster of the deck to be good, like, what the fuck is supposed to be good? Like, it's the boss monster of the fucking deck. It has to be good. You know?
Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and what the hell is going on? So it's the Saturday of a YCS right now, and it looks like once again we've gotten a list at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This comes from @Yu-Gi-Oh! Card EU. I'm following them already. I am pretty sure they are an official account. In fact, let me just check real quick that I'm not just getting got. Yeah, 90K followers. That's not some sort of meow alt. So this does look to be the official ban list. Obviously, I can see some of the stuff that's on here already, but I do just want to say I've gone on record in some of my members-only videos and speaking about how hard it is to actually balance this format. And that's because Snake Eye is almost completely composed of new cards, which Konami doesn't want to hit. Instead, I expect them to either unhit cards from other decks that they did during the AGOV season, the Unchains, the Pearlies, etc., or hit kind of tangentially related
Holy
generic
shit.
links.
You want to talk about a deck Konami just forgot about, chat? I hate saying this because I do think like I didn't have the most fun dueling against this deck, but should Unchained get its cards back? Also, yeah, members only sound like a weird sexual thing, to be honest. If I told you that I had members only videos, that sounds weird and kind of sexual. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Unchained, chat. Like, cause like, I don't know, man. To me, Unchained was like not the most fun. It wasn't the absolute most oppressive thing ever, but it also wasn't like, what made it to me like kind of unfun was like the DDD. Yeah, the DDD was like, that's what made that shit feel like, oh god, you know what I mean? Double summon negates, and then they can like link with your shit. Then they go into like SP, banish another card off SP. It feels like a lot, you know what I mean?
Like Karibo.
Infinite floating is cringe. When are the OnlyFans exclusive videos dropping?
Or Zealantis or the like. I can see that I was correct in
Wait, what did he say?
generic links, things like Linkaribo or Zealantis or the like.
Was Banzilantis not the most cringe take of all time, Twitch chat? Like, what was that not the most cringe take ever? Like that, like what are we doing in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Banzilant? Like, what? A card that has only been played in Marincess since its inception. Like, we're banning this card because of this incredibly super niche scenario that is only doable in the fire deck because of like Salamangreat monsters and Promethean print. Like, what? That was, I don't know. I thought that was so crazy. Like, Banzilantis. I don't know.
I can see that I was correct in at least one of those assumptions, but let's just do a little bit of a reaction, and I'll talk about what I think it means for the format, what decks are going to be playable, etc., etc.
Utopia was
You're just here to watch Bussy Boy make the funny face. The funny face! Okay, so these are perfect. Just reading these 4 forbidden ones, it's everything I could ever want. One of the really frustrating parts about modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that a significant amount of decks are able to put together really expansive monster combos, but unfortunately, no matter what tools you give those individual decks within their archetype, it always competes with, well, the fact that there are really powerful generic monsters that are almost always better than what archetypes are given. And those monsters...
This is true, but I gotta be honest, chat. I'm starting to feel a certain type of way. Cause I, for like the last 3 years, have been saying that it's not fun to duel against combo. And I feel like people have been like, yes, it is. Omni negates aren't a problem. And now everyone's trying to like switch it. Now everyone's trying to like switch it up and be like, oh yeah, combo decks aren't. They're like they aren't fun. To, like, what? I was saying this like 3 years ago. Like, it's not fun to play against 5 negates. It never has been. And now everyone's trying to like. Now everyone's trying to like switch to that narrative and be like, oh yeah, we should have banned Baron. Like, where was this energy like 3 years ago? Baron's not a new card. Savage isn't a new card. You know what I mean? I don't like every deck having the same inboard. I've always said that generic Omnis were bad. I feel like people are being very inconsistent, chat. When all people said. People used to always say, Cap, floodgates aren't fun to play against. And I'd be like, yeah, and neither are Omni negations. Like, what the only difference is you cry about skill drain, which is one card, and I'm crying about Baron, Savage, and I don't know. I just feel I feel like, what's it called? Poor SHS. Drains the problem. Oh, we're talking about skill drain. Skill drain's not the problem. Anyways, that's just something that I wanted to note. Y'all mocked me about Alphalooza. Press 1 if shut up about Alphalooza, Selza. Jeez. You can take your victory lap when they actually ban the card. Until then, shut up.
Those are almost exactly Borreload Savage Dragon, Baron de Fleur, and Apollosa Bow of the Goddess. And
Well, she can tag herself out.
I'm so happy to see 2 of those taken out to pasture in Baron de Fleur and Borreload Savage Dragon. Also a very direct hit towards the specific build of Snake Eye that does not play the Fire King cards. That's because that build would go through a combo in order to end on the access to those monsters that would insulate it against otherwise very powerful going second options like Evenly Matched and the like. I'm really, really happy to see those gone. Linkaribo, unfortunate hit, but I think its time had really come. With respect to Snake Eyes specifically, it means that the first time you make Linkaribo, you will never get negated by targeted pieces of
I don't get it. I just don't understand how we're advocating Linkaribo be banned for the sins of a literal tier 0 deck. I just don't get it. Like, what? Like, don't hit Snake Eye Ash, Cap. Don't hit a 1 card plus 7 combo in a tier 0 deck. Ban fucking Linkaribo. Like, I understand that Linkaribo had a specific niche interaction that was good in the deck, but that has never been a problem ever until this deck came out. That's all I'm saying. I knew it would be bad on release. Linkaribo is just a silly little guy. Snake Eye, I mean, according to Konami, Snake Eye Ash is fair, because it's at 3. We banned fucking Linkaribo instead of Snake Eye Ash. So according to Konami, Snake Eye Ash is perfectly fine.
interaction like Effect Veiler or Infinite Impermanence afterwards in your combo, which
Broken
is super
Ghost
frustrating
Tricks.
if you're holding like 2 of those. And Summon Limit, happy to see that taken out to pasture as well.
True.
It had basically replaced a significant amount of the cards in the extra deck, the slots in the side deck rather, that were where you would put like Gozen or Rivalry or Teekboo. I think what happened was Konami expected this card to not be as backbreaking, because while it does functionally win you the game if you go first, it's not a card that you can play through on your own turn. Whereas something like Gozen Match, for a deck that never runs into its restriction, could just have it up at all times with no problems. The problem is, one, you can turn it off if you're playing Snake Eyes by sending it for any of the...
That's another problem, Chad, is like, the Sinful Spoils engine gives you what, like 2-3 ways, or you have like 3 ways in the deck to turn this card off, right? Like Black Witch can turn it off. Can Sinful Spoils turn it off, or is Sinful Spoils just monsters? I think Sinful Spoils is any card, right? So like Sinful Spoils can turn it off, Black Witch can turn it off, and then the one that sends to the graveyard to summon Flamebird, that one probably can turn it off too. So it's like 3 ways to turn you off your own floodgates.
Snake Eyes monsters, or by way of
All
original
Snake
Sinful
Eyes.
Spoils,
Okay.
and 2, it still wins you the game. Like, it doesn't matter that you are susceptible to it. You win. You know, who cares? Unfortunately, I've gone on record saying this, I don't think it resolves the outstanding problem, which is there are a ton of floodgates that fulfill this same purpose. I think the next one that people will be slotting in that summon limit spot is Deck Lockdown, so be on the lookout for that. Next up, the limit.
Really? Y'all playing Deck Lockdown, chat? I feel like Deck Lockdown is actual trash. If I'm not mistaken, Deck Lockdown is like your opponent can't summon from the deck, and it destroy. Like, I understand because like it destroys itself after like 2 turns, and I get the idea that like Yu-Gi-Oh is so fast that the 2 turns doesn't matter anymore. But I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, okay. I'm like, is this just a bot? Okay. Neither player can add... Hold on. Maybe it's better. Neither player can add cards from the deck to their hand except by drawing them. Monsters cannot be special summoned from the main deck. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was just... I didn't realize you can't add. I thought it was you just couldn't summon from the deck. MBT is MBT spitting, chat? This is like a little, this is better than I thought. Yeah, it's Colossus. Shit, it is Colossus. Yeah, this card is actually like, it's better than I thought. I thought it was just you can't summon from the deck. I'm like, that's not good. But if you can't, if it literally is just Colossus where you can't add, like, that's not bad. Okay, he could be right. Y'all switching it. No, I didn't know that it had the Colossus or the Thunder King Ryo effect in it. I didn't know it stopped you from adding. I thought it just stopped you from summoning from the deck. Yeah, it's better than I thought. Better run MST.
It's
MBT blacker than no.
Oh.
Let's see what he says.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, this is disastrous. I've gone from immediately loving this list to being very scared immediately. So,
I love this reaction.
Arch Nemesis Protoss, a really powerful part of an end board that a couple of decks in particular can access. That's not fun to play against at all. You would only ever play 1 copy, so its a limit means absolutely nothing. It could be at 5, and it wouldn't matter. It was played almost exclusively in Sword Soul, and I understand that by taking a card like Baron de Fleur out to pasture, you are hurting Sword Soul. This is potentially a way for them to make up that difference. But it engineers a game state that is really unfun to play against. This is disastrous. Don't let this card back off. No one wants it. Tidal Dragon, Ruler of Waterfall is completely fine. I'm not going to redo the TMT because it's functionally the same deck, but I would be interested in playing that. Colossus! Wow, are they unbanning Tatsum next? This is an interesting one because there are pretty easy ways to get to Colossus by way of Cupid Pitch into what Nemesis Corridor, I think is the card that fulfills the entire condition of Colossus on its own. While Colossus is legal in Master Duel and has done hot nothing, again, it's one of those cards that like is frustrating to play against, and for that reason, I'm kind of upset. Kieran's completely fine. In fact, should have been removed like 3 lists ago. I'm glad we're leading the OCG on this. Like, take a hint, guys. Chicken Game is a really scary card to let legal. I will probably be jamming some sort of AFD list at the next.
Where do we play chat? So this is something I've been thinking about. I said of all the changes, this was actually my favorite one. Because I like Chicken Game as a design, chat. I like these like really weird, kind of strange, almost fun-like cards that encourage like interaction between both players. Like, and Chicken Game is like the ultimate example of that. No, I love Chicken Game as a card because it is the effect of the card is perfectly representative of like the name, chat. You know what I mean? It is like playing a game of chicken. There's no stalling with Chicken Game. It's a field spell that your opponent can technically destroy, but they have to pay life points to destroy it. It's not a +1, but it is a card that lets you draw another card. So it's like it's like an upstart goblin, kind of like a reverse. You know what I mean? Like I like Chicken Game as a card, chat. I think the design of the card is cool. The problem with Chicken Game was if you play 3 of them, then it was kind of like that upstart syndrome of like, okay, you're playing a 37 card deck, and then what is it, chat? Parallel World or something? The field spell that lets you like copy a field spell in the graveyard. You could go Chicken Game, Chicken Game, Chicken Game, and then play that card, and you would have essentially drawn 4 cards. Like that's kind of cool. But what is the best deck to play Chicken Game in, chat? Because I'm like, I know there's some place to play this card. I was like, do we play this in like Centurion maybe? Like Runic? I was thinking about it in Runic. I was like, maybe I could play 1 copy of Chicken Game in Runic. You know what I mean? Like then again, it's like, well, I probably would have Fountain though, right? And no, I think it's a staple in Striker. And Striker, it's obvious because like Striker just wants as many free spells, chat, as possible. Like you want as many upstarts. Like as long as it's a spell that you could just activate and get you another card. Like Striker wants as many of those cards as possible. You know what I mean? Play it in Cyframes. I don't know about that. I mean, Cyframes doesn't work as a deck without its field spell. Because then you're not doing it. Like unless you're gonna Chicken Game, draw 1, and then play the Cyframe card. But like I feel like there has to be something you can do with Chicken Game, chat. I mean, Centurion play Revolution Synchron. Is that good? Because I guess you'd have to go. Well, hold on. Is that cooking, chat? Like play Chicken Game, draw a card, use something like Revolution Synchron, make Ancient Fairy Dragon, blow up the Chicken Game because it's already paid for itself, search another field spell, and then make Crystron. Oh my god, what's the name of that card? Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Crystal Wing. That sounds kind of cute. Okay, I don't hate that idea. You could play it in Endymion. Okay. You would have to go into Trudia. Nah, it works. Trust me. Okay. I'm just interested in Chicken Game, chat. I do think what MBT is saying, Chicken Game plus Ancient Fairy Dragon sounds really good.
YCS for this reason, just because it really increases the power of that strategy. In particular, having a field spell that just goes plus without having to do anything archetypal is really big. And anti-spell fragrance to 1 is very good. Honestly, should be put at 0. Another one of those automatic win condition floodgates. Next up.
Let me think about that. Yeah, you know, it probably would be good in ABC. I guess I agree with that, chat. Anti-spell. I'm talking about anti-spell. So I had a playset, chat, of 3 CR anti-spells that I sold like 2 weeks ago. I was desperately trying to get rid of them, chat, because I didn't think anti-spell was gonna get banned, but I thought it was going to get limited to 1. So I was like, yeah, I really, really, really need to get rid of these anti-spells because I'm not gonna have another format to play them in. So I was like, I just need to dump them. I don't even care how much money I get. I think I sold them for like $110 or something like that, chat. But I saw that coming, chat. I did see anti-spell getting hit. I did not see I didn't think Skill Drain was gonna get hit because no one's playing Skill Drain. Anyways.
Wow, that's strange. So it looks like Armageddon Night and Pearly Delicious Memory have been set to 2. If I'm not mistaken, those are from 1. And both could be at 3 tomorrow. Would not change anything. Armageddon Night is one of those cards that's theoretically one of the best normal summons in the game because it can get you like a bunch of link material, but in practice...
See? He gets it. He gets it, chat. Armageddon Night, in theory, is like, it's like literally one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the potential, the problem is not like what you can do with it right now, chat. Don't think about Armageddon Night and like, well, what is it going to do tomorrow, chat? It's like, just think about like, okay, every single Dark Monster that Konami ever prints for the end of time, they all work with this card. Every one of them. Like, no, it's not. No. Armageddon Night can send high-level monsters. Armageddon Night can send high-level like, I don't like the idea of Armageddon Night, chat. Just like, haven't all of these like send to the graveyard cards, chat? Don't they all end up being broken? Lavalval Chain, Beatrice, Curious, like why is like every single one of them, chat, been on the FNL list? Foolish Burial, Lavalval Chain, Beatrice, Curious, Armageddon Night, Dark Grepher, Mathbit. Why is every single one of them been on the FNL list? Every one of them. Every single one of these cards has been on the, like, why? Because like eventually they become broken, chat. Like, they cycle into like being broken because the card pool gets too big. For the problem card, they sent to, yeah, but there's too many of them though.
Oh, Aleve, have you
Too
forgotten
many
that
of the
the
problem
amazing
cards.
power of money can do anything? Money makes life happy.
I can't wait for my
Swing.
opponent to summon Noir on me and use my Goblin Riders to drain that stupid cat of its materials. Nice deck, idiot.
Thank you very much, Sween. Sween, I don't know if you saw this, but there was someone who made regional top 8 with Goblin Riders. To my knowledge, Goblin Riders only have one regional top 8, chat, but it was over the last like week. I don't know. I mean, it may have been a Detroit regionals or what, but like someone did make regional top 8 with Goblin Riders. So yeah, I mean, if Purely becomes good, you know, could be a counter pick.
Practice, it's super mid. Legitimately, what normal summons are allowed to do these days by virtue of Snake Eye Ash existing is really shocking, and for that reason, I can't imagine being scared of this. And Pearly Delicious Memory is a big deal for what? Dinka Fam exactly? Is anyone else playing that deck to a serious competitive finish? I don't think that's actually the case.
Well,
and then the
people
unlimits.
play
Oh! There's your Bussy Boy reaction. So... Destiny Hero Malicious. They watched my fucking video. There's literally no other.
This kind of kills your whole why the semi-limited list exists, because this is one of the major talking points.
Conclusion I can come to, other than the fact that they watched my video. They watched my semi-limit video. They said, Joseph, you're so right. It sucks that this is Malicious's house. Let's get him back on the streets, baby. Destiny Hero Malicious at 3. Wow. So I hate to be like this, but this actually changes a great deal. So Destiny Hero Malicious is a really scary card to have at 3. It turns out that the difference between having 2 free link material and 3 is night and day, and 3 is just a little too many. There's also a number of problems that are going to precipitate immediately, while the most effective enabler for this card is Isold and is now banned. They just unlimited Summon Sork in the OCG. I think actually we did not get the Summon Sork unlimit here. Which is great news, because that card is still pretty scary and can get Destiny Hero Malicious. Oh, its effects are negated. Oh, we're locked.
So hold on, chat. You can use Malicious 4 times, right? Can't you use Malicious 4 times or no? With the Destiny Hero Denier, like you can use. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can use Malicious. That is a lot of, like, if Heroes chat ever got an Omni Negate, I feel like it would immediately be like tier 1. And I don't even think it would matter what link, unless it was like a link 6 or something. As long as it was like link 4 or under, I feel like Heroes would be nuts. Because I've seen the new boards, chat. I don't know if you guys have seen the new boards, but they're all like 2-card combos, and they end on a ton. You end on like DPE, Dark Law, Dark Angel, the Destiny, the one that says your opponent can't play spells. You end on the cover card from Pote, I think the Counter Trap, and then you end on one more fusion monster, the one that like pops a card in the battle. You end on like it's a really good board. I don't know how you beat Nib though, but I think that deck is gonna start playing Crossout Designator, chat, because I think Nib is gonna be like a staple this format. Now that there's no more Baron to like stop Nib prematurely, like most decks can't make Oppo. Like you can make Oppo in 5 summons, but it's not easy, you know? What's it called? Nib. Yeah, the deck still gets wrecked by Nib, but like if your opponent doesn't have Nib, heroes are probably winning. It's a very good
warriors. There's no good warriors, you know. Wow. Additionally, it really matters for a hero as well. Like hero would kill to have a free summon off of Malicious. They printed Denier so that you could get the 3rd Malicious again. Like this is truly shocking. I think it literally helps it play through either one additional hand trap or puts like the Link 3 as part of the end board, which means that like you are never going to be able to get over Dark Law by battle, even if your DPE is outed, which is stagger.
They have nib-proof lines, but you have to pivot into Wake Up Early, and you have a shittier end board. I'll say this, chat. I'm like mildly interested in playing heroes. If I'm just being honest, I'm like, after I went to the hero sub or the hero group on Facebook, just because I just wanted to see like how people were reacting to Malicious to 3, and like I'm kind of interested in it. Like I'm kind of interested in like heroes. It feels like it can do a lot of stuff, and like people don't know how to play against heroes, chat. Like people just know the idea of, oh, Nib beats the deck. That's all people know about it, but people don't know like, oh, well, if you end on Dark Law, like you can't actually droplet me to send monsters. Like people don't know those little interactions, or, you know, people haven't played against DPE in like 2 years. They don't know like, oh yeah, DPE is still a good card. You know what I mean? Like people don't know like how to play against that deck. Heroes are floodgate
It's like
turbo.
it's a truly huge buff. You know, as a hero enthusiast, I will definitely be jamming. I got to go buy Maliciouses. I had max rarity hero, and now I'm 1 Malicious short. Harp Horror to 3.
That doesn't matter.
You know, call me crazy, but I don't love this unhit.
Really?
I've gone on record a number of times.
Really? Huh. Chat, is Harport like, because like, so I'm not an expert on Orcus, and I'm not going to pretend to be, but like, I heard that Trail from Team APS, chat, he plays Orcus, and he was like, the deck does not need 3 copies of Harp Horror. He was like, 1 is fine. He was like, Mermaid is infinitely more important than Harp Horror. So like, I admit Orcus. It's the problem with Orcus is like, after turn, the deck loses all of its power after turn 1. There's not a lot of power in the deck after turn 1. So like, I don't know if there's a significant difference, chat, between 1 Harp Horror and like 3, other than drawing it, I guess. Orcus is power. Yes, it's kind of looking that way. Because like the turn 1 is like fine-ish, but like all the power of the deck after that is like really low. You know what I mean? It feels like if you want a deck, chat, that doesn't have like insane turn 1 power, but then has like a good consistent game at, like, play something like Labyrinth. That's what like Orcus. It feels like it's turn 1 on a power scale is like a 7, and then every turn after that you go down like 2 points. Where you could just play like Labyrinth, which, you know, its turn 1 is like maybe a 6, but then after that, every turn after that, it goes like up 2 points. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What are you on about, boss? Dengirsu loops are annoying. I mean, but how many times are you Dengirsuing your opponent? Like once? Probably? Like, y'all don't really see people Dengirsuing their opponent like 3 times in a duel, Stetcher. Oh, by the way, hi, Stetcher, you still exist? Stetcher still exists, chat. I thought he fell off the planet or something. Do I think that Different Dimension Ground is going to get hit? No, I don't think so. I tend to, because like, I don't know. There were people playing DDG as like a cute little like thrust target, but like I don't really think so. Like there's like way better of those like go first blowout cards, chat, that I would still say need to get banned. Like Dimensional Barrier is still a ban-worthy card in my opinion. Eradicator, Epidemic Virus, like those are the two, like, to me, chat, that need to get banned before we go talk about like DDG. And I understand that, like, oh, Cap, no one's playing D-Barrier, but like, is D-Barrier still broken, chat? Like, yes or no? D-Barrier is still a broken, it does not matter that people aren't playing it now. D-Barrier is still like 100% a broken card. You get to a format where there's not a ton of links, you will want D-Barrier banned again. I promise you that. Like, and in the right format, if you're playing purely and you get D-Barrier, you literally just like lose the game on the spot. It's like, oh, well, I can't exceed, cool, pass. You know what I mean? Format
like,
dependent.
I think Harpour is a card that's like really frustrating. It really gives the Orcust engine a lot of teeth, and it's not like Orcust is doing nothing, right? Like, you got to understand a significant amount of decks are not playable by virtue of the fact that like Snake Eyes is so good, and one of those is Orcust, which has tops during this format. Now, of course, it's an engine in a larger deck, something like Horus,
Barrier will be
maybe
played
they play
versus
Bestial
Tempo.
Resonator or some nonsense, but this is going to make a lot more people tinker with that like pile of cards that have incidental synergy, and wow, I mean, just nothing to say about that. Speedroid Terror
Hold on.
Top.
I have a question. BP, does Melodious like auto lose to Nib? Because I'm just trying to think of like post Legacy of Destruction, and like how do you go first against Tempeh and like not fucking get OTK'd? And Melodious is like, you know, the monsters can't be destroyed by battle and card effects. It seems like a very good way not to like die. You know what I mean? But like if you just lose to Nib, then it's like, okay, well, it's a moot point, because it seems like everyone's gonna be playing Nib. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to play a deck that just gets like, that's why I'm like, Centurion doesn't, you know, lose to Nib. You can play Centurion and end on like 4 summons, you know?
Huge for goblins. I mean, it's unbelievable for goblins. It's not that big of a deal. 2 or 3 Terror Top isn't going to be the difference maker. Really cool for like the Speedroid cash decks. Although I think those only played 1 Terror Top anyway, because you never have an empty board because of the way the caches work. So you're always normal summoning it off of Rubber Band Shooter or Rubber Band.
Oh,
Shooter.
I'm sorry. Do you think banning generic Omni Negates makes Nibiru a problematic card? I want to say no, right? Because part of me does say, like, okay, how do you play combo decks, chat, in a Nibiru world, right? But then it's like, the whole reason Nibiru had to be created was because of the combo decks, because they were like they were just too strong. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think like what Fox was saying, where like if you have like you have to switch your lines up. You know what I mean? Like if there's certain ways to play around Nibiru, do you want to make certain sacrifices where like your inboard isn't quite as strong? Obviously, there is cross out designator. You can just like, you know, you could play that. You could play a Nibiru in your deck, and you know, if you draw a cross out, then you have your answer to Nibiru. Like sometimes I think there is legitimacy in like put your opponent on, you better have it. And if they have it, like I've never played that way, chat. Like I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh that way, where I'm just like, I'm going full throttle, and if he has it, I lose the game. I've never been comfortable playing that way. Would you guys feel comfortable? You're in the top 8 of a YCS. You're going first with heroes, chat. You're going balls to the wall. If he has Nib, you're cooked. If he doesn't, you win. I don't know what the percentages of 3 Nibs out of like a 5-card hand and 40 card. I don't know what the percentages of that is. Like maybe you're just playing the math and saying like there's no way he could have it twice. You know what I mean? 30. If it's 32%, I think I'd feel pretty comfortable, to be honest. Yeah, if it's only 32%, I'd feel pretty comfortable knowing that I have a 68% chance that he doesn't have Nib. And if he just so happens to have the 32%, like, all right, you got it. Like I don't think Nib is a problematic card, although I think at times it will feel frustrating, because there will be games, chat, where people, they do that. They go balls to the wall with like, hold on, let me show you guys something right quick. So this is something Don cooked up, right? And outside of the SP, it does look like Nib. I'm gonna fast forward this, but this is like a Manadium combo. I guess it's a 2-card combo. And hold on, where am I at here? Okay, so I'm up at the corner. You guys can like see the play, and it does a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't think 2-card combos are unreasonable, especially if you have a field spell that can search out one of the cards. And then you have terraforming, and the field spell's at 3, yada, yada, yada. But the point is, you know, you can look at a deck like this, chat, and like, you know, there's no more hiding from Vanadium, chat, from Nibiru. There is no, like, you could usually make Baron like right here. Your opponent has to like nib you. But now there's no more hiding from nib. You know, when you play these decks, it's like you're going to have games where you just have to go for it, or maybe you're going to have to adjust. Maybe you're going to have to, you know, not have an inboard that's as strong. Like, I don't know. You know, a board like this, if you nibbed your opponent, let's just say, right here, chat, if you nibbed your opponent on this summon, you probably win the game on the spot, chat. Like, as powerful as this looks, that everything Don has done, if you were to get nibbed right here, you probably win the game on the spot. Because, like, this card doesn't do anything because you can't use it. You won't get this card in your hand. All you have is one random card because this is not a real card because you can't use it. Doesn't this pattern negate it? Does he negate or destroy? Hold on. Let's see. No. Hold on. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target one banished card, shuffle it back, and if you do destroy that monster, yeah, you would destroy the nib, but like, so what? It would still resolve. So you get that, but like, also I don't think you would get a token then either. So yeah, you have to shuffle back one of your opponent's banished cards to like negate the nib. So I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, chat, if you made this entire board and on Infernal Flame Banshee your opponent nibbed you here, you probably lose the game on the spot. And like, some people are gonna say, Cap, that's not fair. But I think like, I feel like nib is just necessary. You know what I mean? Like, how else do you stop this, chat, outside of like Droll and Shifter? Like, there's no other way, unless you have like 3 hand traps or some shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like nib is like a necessary evil, or nib was created because the combo decks got too strong. Nib was not created for no reason, chat. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Which actually, yo, hot take. You guys know what deck might actually be like low-key kind of cute and like decent again? What deck am I thinking of, chat, that like actually plays around nib inherently? It should be it should be obvious. It should be this is not like a trick. It should be obvious. This is like one of the only decks correct. The deck Sprite. Sprite is like is one of the only decks in history, chat, that like played around Nibiru inherently because they have a card that says your opponent can't summon nib. Like, Sprite is like, oh, Sprite's kind of cute. Sprite might work. I mean, there's decks like purely that just don't summon 5 times. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Sprite has an inherent nib stopper, chat. Like, don't forget about that. So I mean, I'm not saying Sprite's that good, but it is like the only deck in Yu-Gi-Oh now that has an inherent, you know, way to stop nib. If you resolve Gigantic, you just do whatever the fuck you want. That's all I'm saying. Sprite Twins. What's up, Jib? How are you doing tonight? I'm just showing them Don's combo of a 2-card Vanadium combo. So this is like the inboard for the deck. And it's like, how good is this board? So no searching. Wait a minute. This is not even live. Yeah, the Bestial Dispatter is actually not live with this board. This is actually not a real card because you took your banished card out of the banished pile. Nib Turbo. I mean, yeah, this board does just lose the nib. You know what I mean? But I also don't see the point of the Dispatter because you can't use it now. Unless I miss something. Like, this board is actually just one counter trap. So it's actually not that good. Use SP to ban. I think he I think he did banish one of the cards with SP though. That's what I'm saying. I think he did. And if he didn't, then yeah, he should just banish one of his random cards with SP. Just to like, or I was gonna see if he had another visas to like summon the other fusion guy to like, because he needs to just get something banished just so that he has like a card in the banished pile that uses this pattern. Okay.
I think. Oh god, it's been a while since I played that deck.
Sprite has Sprite has every. Well, no, you don't have Ronin Totem. Yeah, Sprite doesn't have Ronin Totem because like Ronin, it's not like explicitly a Sprite ban, but like it kind of is. It was, so that they can't make Toad as easily.
And Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. All right, I know I've been a naysayer of this card in the past, but I think this is probably fine at this point in time. I will say that this is not... it's not a free unhit. It's not like no one's playing this. It's not like, Sky Striker isn't strong. I think this will lead to the proliferation of Sky Striker as an engine. And I'm willing to be absolutely wrong about this.
I don't like this hit, chat. If I'm being honest, I know a lot of people are going to say, like, it's not going to do anything. But, like, I feel like Konami almost artificially created an environment for, like, Sky Striker to be good. Did they not? Like, when you think about it, so, like, there's pretty much no more anti-spell fragrance. So, you don't have that as an option. You don't have Omni negations in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. So, whenever they activate a Sky Striker, like, it's going to resolve for the most part. I don't know. Like, I look at Sky Striker going second, and it seems very strong. Again, no anti-spell anymore. No Omni negation. So when they use, you can say, oh, Cap, I'll just Ash to engage. Cool. And then you just, like, go Kagari and get it back. Or activate a second or third engage. Now your Ash did nothing, and even if you have more Ashes, it's a hard once per turn anyways. Like, I feel like Konami, chat, they, like, artificially made a format where, like, Sky Striker can thrive. Now, I would not go first with Sky Striker because I don't really see the point. You're just ending on, like, Shizuku Pass, and I don't think that does anything. But, like, Striker going second seems insane. Now, maybe you have a bad hand. Maybe you lose to, like, Colossus or something. But I don't know, chat. Like, Sky Striker seems pretty good to me. Now, I think every stun deck looks bad compared to Runic. But, I'm just saying. I'd rather combo have more extenders and branching paths versus cranking an Omni in under 5 summons. See, now I see when you guys are adding me, by the way. Did you see that Yubel can summon Colossus? It takes 1 brick, though. I think, not now and not even in the next format, because I know they're getting Nightmare Throne. I think Yubel, chat, is going to be a really, really, really good deck. I think it's going to require them to get the new fusion, Phantom of Yubel, because that card is like, that's like your nib out. Yubel will be like one of the only decks, chat, that has like an inherent out to like nib and stuff like that. But when that deck gets Phantom of Yubel in July, I think Yubel is gonna. And by the way, chat, like I don't have QCRs, but Cap G has his. I got my Yubel stuff, chat. I got my 3 ultra rare. I have all the Yubel cards. So Cap is just, I'm waiting for Yubel to be like, playable, and then I got all my stuff. I heckin' love Yubel. Sky Striker is at full. Is multi-roll at 1? Let's see. Is Sky Striker at full power? Yeah, it is outside of Hornet Drones, but like Hornet Drones is never going to 3. Yeah, outside of Hornet Drones, Sky Striker is at full power, and the OCG, I think it has some hits. I don't even think Engage is at 3 in the OCG. Yeah, just Hornet Drones. What's it called? Is this the rank 10? The rank 10 is great. Like, it's a new Omni negate. I won't dispute that, chat. But the thing about the rank 10 is, like, how many decks can actually Yubel can summon it. Yubel's like one of the only decks that can summon that rank, but like there's only like 2 decks in the game that can summon that rank 10 turn 1. Yubel just happens to be one of them.
The individual who won the Kriparian Master Duel Challenger Cup, I think, is someone it was Ivy. She was like posting lists in a Discord I'm in and played Striker Snake Eyes a great deal when it would have benefited her. And I think that that's something that people can now take seriously once again, especially with less anti-spell in the damn format. Striker is also just a really powerful deck, and getting to draw a whole bunch of cards is really strong. We are in a quote-unquote hand trap format, so more access to hand traps.
I don't know if that's like knee-jerk reaction, chat. Hand traps, yay or nay next format? Let me think. Yay. You guys want to know something weird? if I was playing a quote unquote real deck, chat, like real deck, not like a stun deck or a deck that like actually wants to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you guys know what hand trap I would 100% main next format? Like, I'm talking just like blind. Like I don't know what people are going to play at Raleigh. But do you guys know what hand trap I would main? And I think I'd feel pretty comfortable maining it. Let's see if anyone. Droll? No. Not Shifter either. Let's see if any. Not Go. No, I didn't understand Ghost Ogre, right? Like, people tried so hard, chat, to like push Ghost Ogre for like 2 weeks last. It's so good, cat. I'm like, what is it good against? Like, no one ever explained why Ghost Ogre was like good. They just tried to like push it, and I'm just like, you can't really use it on Fire King Island because they could just protect. Like, what's it good at? It's good against IP. I don't even think it's that good against SP. I don't even think it's that good against Apo, because like, I don't know. You use a card. It's like, I don't know. I didn't like it. Oh wow, someone actually got it. No. So the card, chat, Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. I think that, like, I don't know. I feel it's like I feel like that card is just gonna be good, because I don't think people are gonna stop playing Links. And like, I get that you could just randomly match up against like Purely or something where like, okay, you can't use it against that deck, but like, I don't know. You know, drawing 2 cards during my opponent's turn. I just, no more Barons and shit to pop my Phantasme or to negate it. Like, if you want to ash it, cool. Instantly lose the thrust. What are you thrusting into? What are you thrusting? Oh, well, hold on. I guess, yeah, that's true. You also, I thought you had to say, yeah, I guess you get to add it to your head. Ain't nobody played thrust. The only decks that play thrust is like fucking Branded or something. All right, what does Josh Schmidt say?
Everyone stay calm. I'm telling this to myself. We have.
I don't like chat. Like, no one seems to be critical of like I don't know. Everyone is just excusing like Link Karibo as like, oh well, Link Karibo. Like, really? We fucking ban Link Karibo rather than hitting Snake Eye? Seriously? That's what we're at?
A ban list.
The field spell.
Why now? Why now?
Who knows?
Not like this. Dude, you're holding everyone hostage.
Get to the list, Joshua. Stop glazing. I haven't even said anything. He has his streaming emote only mode. Oh, he doesn't want spoilers.
I'm muting the thing.
Yeah, he doesn't want spoilers. Okay. Doesn't? Yeah. He doesn't want spoilers.
Is here. The ban list is here, so let us talk about it. We're gonna go through one by one. It's not a complete blind react, because the first way I found out about it was this post right here. Yeah, and obviously I can see the cover cards already, but let's go through one by one. I don't want to waste any time on any warm-ups, anything else. Coming. Appreciate all the subs coming in. I'm not gonna read every single sub right now because I need to see this list. And also I want to give a shout out to Konami, because
how do I feel about Drake getting jumped? You mean the rapper? I think Drake's diss was awesome, to be honest. And I think it's cool how he called out, I'm not gonna quote the line, you guys can listen to the song, how he quotes out like all these lame ass rappers like teaming up against them. Like, he's fucking Thanos or something. Drop and Give Me Feet. Yeah, that's what's it called? Is J. Cole? Yeah, absolutely. To me, it's like, if you're gonna make a diss against someone, fine. That's perfectly fine. But to delete, like, J. Cole not only apologized for the diss, chat, he removed the diss from all streaming platforms. I don't know if this includes Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, excuse me, I have Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube, but it means, like, you can't even listen to the song anymore. Now, I'm sure you can find it on a pirated site or something like that. But, like, the man, he literally deleted the song. Like, is that the most pussy thing ever, chat, or the most like, what? Like, you obviously was mad enough, or you felt a certain type of way to go and write the song and record the song and release the song. Why would you apologize? No, I didn't think it was a great song, honestly. Like, it was okay. It wasn't like no ether or nothing. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I didn't like that. If you're gonna release a diss on someone, chat, don't delete the diss and then apologize. Like, what the fuck? What is that? Like, Like, you know what they say in the black community chat, 10 toes down or 10 toes down, you know, stand on business. It means like when you do something, stand behind it.
Week was very busy for me, so I didn't have a main channel video prepared for today or tomorrow. So yeah, shout out. Anyways, Forbidden Link Karibo is the cover of the thing.
He
that's
got
crazy.
heated and
I never
wanted
thought
no
they would do
parts.
it. I'm not saying that's not
Then don't make
warranted.
the
I think
diss.
that's completely reasonable, actually.
Wait, what's he saying?
They would do it. I'm not saying is the cover of the thing. That's crazy. I never thought they would do it. I'm not saying that's not warranted. I think that's completely reasonable, actually, considering how much it does exactly right now for the Snake Eye deck. I didn't think that was going to be the angle they hit it, but here we are. I'm not complaining about it, though.
It's not a reasonable hit. Hitting bad cards, chat, in the service of like insanely broken decks. Has that ever been the way to like solve problems, chat? Or do we almost always look back and be like, that was a bad decision? Like you guys just tell me. Like in instances where Konami hit like these, I mean, let's just Hauka Firebrax, right? Does anyone look back, chat, and be like, yep, Cap, we totally needed to ban Mecha Phantom Beasto Lion. Yep, we totally needed to ban Jet Set. Like, do we look back and say like, oh, these were fucking dumb hits? You know what I mean? Like yeah, but like Buster Whelp. You know what I mean? Like banning these random fucking Buster Blader cards because of Union Carrier. Like, do we always look back a year later and say, damn, you know what? We still ended up banning the broken card anyways, chat. You want to know the secret? Hulk still got banned anyways. We banned like 10 tuners and we still had to ban Hulk. We banned Buster Whelp and we still had to ban Union Hanger. Like, what are we doing? You can ban 50 fusion monsters. You're still going to have to ban Verte. So, like, what are we doing? Just hit the actual problem cards. Like, I am not for these, like, weird scapegoat hits. They're not reasonable at all. Buster Blader got whacked for no fucking reason, and I'm still mad about it. Union Carrier, Union Carrier is probably, like, one of the only times that I would be in favor of an errata, because that card should have only worked with ABC from the beginning, chat. Union Carrier is, like, the only errata that like I would have been in favor of an errata because it was literally an ABC card. It should have just worked with ABC. It should have never worked in Drytron and Dragon Link and all these other fucking combo decks. It just should have always worked in ABC and that's it. Like a one card ABC Buster Dragon, kind of cool, but the other decks abusing the card, not cool. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, it should have just required. They could have literally said it requires A, B, or C. It could have required at least one of them as a material and it would have been fine. But yeah, ideally it should have required at least one Union monster. That's all they had to do. It's called Union Carrier to carry Union monsters. Why not just make it require a Union? But no, I disagree. I disagree with Joshua Smith. I don't think this is reasonable, chat. I don't think when Konami goes in this weird roundabout way of hitting these cards that are not broken, I don't think that that's reasonable. Because usually you end up like, if next format you have to ban Snake Eye Ashton, like what the fuck was the point of the Link Karibo ban? Like you just killed this card for no reason.
Oh,
anyways.
Baron the Fleur is also crazy. I never thought this was gonna happen, but I thought that would happen. I'm genuinely happy about Baron being gone. Even though she's been a mainstay in all my Runic synchro versions or whatever, I'm glad to give that one up. And Borreload Savage is here as well. Literally, almost the trinity of what people have been asking for or what we've been discussing recently. The only thing that's missing is Apollousa, which I think is a little bit of a bummer because it still makes a lot of combo decks able to play around Nibiru. However, I will say
do you remember that there was a Rose Dragon that is still limited? Red Rose Dragon? It's like Red Rose Dragon and Black Rose is the extra. Red Rose and White Rose? I don't know. I think it's Red Rose Dragon.
I think Baron is a better card than Apollousa, so I think we'll take that. I think the reason is probably that
Base
Appaloosa
stack.
is in Rarity Collection too. Which
That's what I think,
kind of
chat.
makes sense. And Baron
Yeah.
is kind of like, I know it kind of sucks because it just became affordable with Rarity Collection 1. I understand
Excuse
that.
me.
At the same time, that is probably the reason why they do it now. They didn't want to do it when it
Since
was still
Baron is
expensive.
banned.
Now that it was affordable and cheap and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my god. I just thought about something, chat. You guys want to know what do you guys want to know what engine is like low key kind of based again? And if we haven't played it in like 2 years, and it's never been like bad, but like now that there's no more, yeah, chat. Now that there's like no more Omni negates, Adventure kind of looking spicy, chat. Look, don't forget that like TCG has Adventure like all the cards. Like we still have Griffin Rider. I just thought about it. I was like, Adventure Engine kind of looking spicy. BP, does Melodious like have a normal summon like trigger or something? Is that a deck that can run like it? Because like I have the entire Adventure Engine chat in QCR. I have every single card in like max rarity. Adventure is original. It wasn't Cope. It won YCS. What are you talking about? Adventure was good. It wasn't like broken. Like it was. I mean, yeah, it definitely like warped a format. It 100% warped a format.
They banned it, which I think on the one hand is kind of sad for the people that finally got it. On the other hand, this card it needed to go. It's been a problem since its release essentially. So I'm glad it happened. And then Summon Limit also got banned. Honestly, these bans are phenomenal so far. I don't know exactly what's all on limited, semi-limited, unlimited, but these bans are great. Literally, give me an Appaloosa on top of that, and this is the dream scenario.
I just want someone to tell me why Link Karibo deserved the ban. And don't say like it does a lot for a deck that's broken and needs to get banned. Like Snake Eye is a deck that on its own merit should get hit. Like just tell me why Link Karibo is a problem. Like you can look at Baron chat, like again, they clearly were not gonna, like, this card was just not gonna get power crept for like 5 years. Like Baron was gonna be good for forever. But Savage, same thing. Savage has proven that since its release in Savage Strike, which was like 2017, it's been good since the second it came out. Like that makes it ban worthy on its own merit. But like this card's not ban worthy.
Unironically,
we should follow the lore. I'm sorry, what is this? Oh, Lingaribo, I think, and Link Karibo. Yeah, I don't know if people play Lingaribo.
so right off the bat, I'm happy with this. I am happy with this.
Heat
It doesn't
Soul,
have a direct
Anti-Target,
fire hit yet.
Appaloosa.
We're gonna see if that's part of the other hits.
Wait.
But it still hits pure. I mean, pure Snake Eye. It just doesn't get to do what it does anymore. But we'll see. Let's just go through everything before we talk about the state of whatever decks are in, right?
Well, he doesn't know the full extent.
Okay, so the Kirin in
Yeah, he doesn't know the full
in the
extent,
preview
so.
window. Arc Nemesis Protoss. Okay, that's the first bummer. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Protoss because it is just a floodgate essentially. I will say though, I see where they're coming from. I see where they are coming from with this
actually
one. I
don't.
don't like this one, but I don't think it's worth complaining about, if that makes sense. You know, with like I'd gladly take Summon Limit banned and give them one Protoss back for specifically like Sword Soul or whatever. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this card. I wish it would have stayed banned, but
I don't see the video.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it
like
is what it is.
my thing is, chat. I feel like as a duelist, if you have certain beliefs about Yu-Gi-Oh, that I look for people who are like consistent, right? Like if you're one of those people that say Cap, lingering effects should be banned, right? And there's a lot of people who say that, chat. They're like ban Artifact Scythe, ban D Barrier, ban Droll and Lockbird, and it's like that's fine. If you want to have, keep that. That's my point. Like, keep that same energy. Like, how can you even argue for, like, at least MBT was like, hell no. Protoss is like, how can you not have that same energy to Protoss? Like, Protoss is in the same, and he lasts like multiple turns. You know what I mean? Like, Protoss is in that same category. Me, you know, I don't believe like every single lingering effect should be banned. But like, if you do, then like, how can you not have that same energy for Protoss? Protoss is a guy, like, I have no idea why they unbanned this card, chat, to be honest. This is supposed to be a Sword Soul buff. To me, it's a weird way of doing it, but I have no idea where the hell this came from, to be honest. Where's Prank Kids Meow Mew? I think that card should be unbanned.
I guess.
Oh yeah, Abyss Dweller is another one. A lot of people, they'll say like Abyss Dweller should be banned because it's a lingering effect. You resolve it during your opponent's draw phase, lasts the whole turn.
Soul players are happy about this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Sword Soul kind of needs the help. So whatever. Title, as happy as I am about this could have gone to 3 and it wouldn't have mattered. So like we've already established this. Dragon Rulers are not even that good anymore. So this is just a matter of time until all the Dragon Rules go back to 3. It's so hard to talk about one thing without ignoring the thing under it because there's so many things here. Colossus. Same thing as with Protoss. I'm not a fan of Colossus as a card because it is a floodgate. At the same time, Thunder Dragon as an archetype hasn't done anything in the last couple years, pretty much.
Probably about 3 years.
So you can't really argue that they can get something back. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, Colossus is a floodgate, so I don't want to speak too positively about it. But similar as with Protoss, I have less of an issue with a floodgate if it is only in one deck. If it's like the specialty of this one deck, right? Like a Thunder Dragon gets to do Colossus or Sword Soul gets to do Protoss, right? Obviously, you can maybe do it in some other decks, but I can already see that there's an anti-spell down there, and I can already tell you, I would, every day of the week, I take ban summon limit and limit anti-spell for limit Protoss and limit Colossus. That's a trade-off that is good for the game. I'll take that one. Obviously, it'd be better if all of them were gone, but still, I'm just looking at the trade-off that we're being offered here. Or, I mean, we're not being offered it. We're just being forced to take that trade-off. I'll take it, though. I'm happy with that. Kirin back to 1. It was a matter of time. It makes sense. I don't even know if this really helps Magispector that much. It definitely does help.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it makes it meta relevant, but I'm a fan of this. I think Kirin could have come back a while ago without being a problem. I actually think that, funnily enough, a bounce is one of the most interactive things that a Pendulum deck does these days. You know, normally Pendulum decks would be spamming Baron and Savage. They can't do that anymore. So I guess it's good that they gave them Kirin, and I'm gonna be honest, playing against the bounce is fine these days, and the fact that it comes back every turn is also okay. The game has gotten a lot grindier. A lot of decks can keep up with that grind game. I'm happy Kirin's back to 1. Chicken Game to 1, I'm also a big fan of. Honestly, I've been waiting for this card to come back. It's at 3 in Master Duel. It doesn't do anything. Upstart is at 3. It doesn't do anything. The fact that Chicken Game is a field spell makes it so that you can potentially pair it with like Ancient Fairy Dragon or whatever. But in any like, I think that's cool. I think that'd be a cool way to use the card. So I think 1 Chicken Game is kind of like a sweet spot for it because it makes it so you have like you can play it as like a secondary target for terraforming. You can play it to make your Ancient Fairy live because Ancient Fairy can't search can't search the same field spell anymore. So,
you know, that's actually a good point, chat. I'm trying to think of a deck that you only play like one of the field spells though. I guess if you open like, let's say you open like the Cash Pressure Planet and you like searched, but then you also had like terraforming. I feel like it's not troll to necessarily like terraforming in the Chicken Game and draw a card. Like that wouldn't be troll. Therion. Okay. Oh, you know, hold on. Maybe in like, cause like ABC is a deck that plays like, they play like the Therion field spell, like Disc Coliseum, and then they play like Union Carrier. That deck also plays Ancient Fairy Dragon. Chicken Game's gonna get not 1 copy, but like that's not a bad idea to play it as like to play it in like to play it in like a deck that plays a field spell as like another terraforming target. You know what I mean? Like, because it is just
need a second field spell for it. I think that's cool. I think these sort of interactions are why Chicken Game should probably be. I'm happy with it being exactly at 1, so that's a W in my book. And then anti-spell limited. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. Nothing makes me happier so far than seeing summon limit and anti-spell. Even the Baron one, I'm not as happy as seeing these floodgates finally getting what they deserve. It's super.
Yeah, I'm talking about as like a backup terraforming.
Once
target.
Again, this one doesn't have a single fire hit. So we have to see about that.
There are none.
Okay, we only have 2 semi-limits. We have Pearly Delicious Memory going.
So when you get to this point, Josh, you realize like there are no, because that's what I thought, chat. Once I got this semi-limit, I was like, okay, well, they're going to have to unload on 5. I'm like, there's going to be like 6 cards semi-limited, right? I was like, once it's going to be semi-limited, Ash is going to be semi-limited, Poplar is going to be semi-limited, like every single, nope, none.
From
Zero.
1 to 2, which is a significant boost to Pearly.
Because there's nothing left.
That's interesting. I believe, if anything, that is fine. I don't have an issue with that. I mean, Pearly still remains this, like, I'm a fan of Pearly's playstyle.
Me too.
And I think it does deserve a little bit of help from the ban list. So in that regard, I'm happy with this. On the other hand, I'm still not a fan of what the goal of Pearly is, right? I'm not a fan of X Purely Noir as the boss monster of the archetype. So that's always kind of like a little bit of a...
What's gotta do
I don't know.
something.
It's a little bit of a downside for me whenever Pearly becomes relevant, but I think that's fine. I think I don't see Pearly outperforming some of the modern decks. I think that's okay. Armageddon Knight semi-limited is also completely fine. We don't have to talk about that for too long. That's fine. I honestly don't have an issue with Armageddon Knight. I think that card could even be at 3. I think that's okay. Without Isold, I don't even know if it starts any crazy 1-card combos these days. I think that's fine.
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, also, by the way, this means...
No snake hits.
No fire hits outside of the extra deck.
Yeah, no fire hits.
We'll talk about that in a second. Let me finish the thing. Malicious Unlimited. Okay, we're going for another round. Malicious Unlimited is very interesting. That is very strong and could be very relevant. I don't know where exactly, but Malicious, mind you, has already seen a decent amount of play at 2. And I think 3, I mean, like, I don't know, making Beatrice with it or whatever, that's great. Like, Tearlaments definitely appreciates that. Maybe some other decks do too. I mean, Heroes probably appreciate that as well. That's good. I mean, I'm not against it though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a fan of Malicious. I like it. I think it was perfectly fine at 2. We'll see if 3 becomes an issue. Let's phrase it like that. Let's see if 3 becomes an issue. I think 3 Malicious and 1 what's the other guy called? Not Denier. Is it Denier? The guy that has synergy with Malicious? It is Denier. It is Denier. Okay.
Yeah, I guess you could play Malicious and
3 Malicious and Denier is an interesting package. We'll see. Harp Horror to 3, irrelevant, honestly. I mean, if anything could change, Orcus can definitely need the help. Terror Top to 3, fine. Also okay. And then the big one down here, we get the 3rd Engage. I've been saying this. I wanted this. The copy pastas are already here in all sort of languages. Okay. Engage to 3 is good. I think that's good. I think Pure Sky Striker can need the help. And honestly, the Sky Striker package that for example, I played this in Snake Eyes, was a very fun experience to me because the Sky Striker spells are super interactive and all that kind of stuff. I've been enjoying seeing decks with the Sky Striker package being utilized, and I think with 3 Engage, that is more likely to be a good way to approach the game. You know, like any deck that plays like Board Breakers, like Talon's Thrust, Engage, it's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to see Engage back to 3, and Pure Sky Striker, even with 3 Engage, I don't think is going to be a problem. So that is cool in my book.
Now, what are your overall thoughts?
That was a lot to process. That's a lot of changes. Let me breathe for a moment.
Yeah, chat.
And think about what I think.
When you really think about this ban list was significantly larger than I thought it was going to be. Because I'm talking, even when I thought emergency ban list, I was like, all right. Because I think I made a video and I was like, all right, summon limit needs to be banned, ban OSS, and I think I had wanted poster to 1. And I was like, all right, that's like pretty much what I need, right? Maybe hit branded gimmick puppet lock and we're good. You know what I mean? But like, why is this? Well, it's a stream highlight, so it's not like, you know, clipped and edited and stuff. But this ban list was a lot bigger than I think most people expected. You know what I mean? I think what a lot of people didn't expect, chat, was all this shit coming back. Like, Protoss wasn't on anyone's radar. Chicken Game wasn't on anyone's radar. Colossus wasn't on... Like, people have been talking about Colossus for like 3 years, you know what I mean? But the Colossus wasn't on anyone's radar now. Like, that's what I think that really got people, was all the, this. Because the only one that people probably would have predicted would have been Kieran. And I don't even know, like, because, you know, Kieran probably should have happened when we got Agave. But, like, Kieran and I would have predicted Anti-Spell for sure. But, like, Chicken Game, Colossus, you know, Protoss, maybe you could say Title. I think a lot of people, this is what threw them off. Did Callie say free Kaiser Coliseum? Look, I'm on an island with Kaiser Coliseum chat. That's even like half trolling. You know what I mean? Because like the weird thing about Kaiser Coliseum is going down in the OCG, because like they're playing that card in like everything in the OCG chat. Yeah, like especially like Salamangreat and stuff like that. You know, you playing the Sky Striker. But, like, you know, you don't really see... I wouldn't think that there'd be other people saying, like, Cap, free Kaiser Coliseum. You know what I mean? Hold on. What's like another... What's it called? Let's see what Lithium says.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, I got a notification the Banlist is up on a Saturday.
Kaiser is so dumb in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, the way that... I mean... Okay, so hold on. Here's the thing. Kaiser, I guess you could argue Kaiser's like a little worse BP in the TCG, because now there's no like Kaiser plus Baron. You know what I mean? Like Kaiser is like Floodgates are infinitely better, chat, when you have like an Omni Negate to back them up. You know what I mean? I was trying to think of maybe what's that deck? Voiceless Voice, but Voiceless Voice has to end on 2 monsters, chat. Like you have to have Skull Guardian plus low, so it's like not that good. You know what I mean? You'd want Kaiser Coliseum in a deck that has like 1 strong monster. But you can't really end on Baron anymore. You know what I mean? You can't end on like Savage anymore. Like Savage plus Kaiser Coliseum would be pretty hard to beat. But like now that's not an option anymore. So Kaiser Coliseum would be like a little weaker in the TCG than it is in the OCG. Kaiser and Kaiser and like Purely, where you put your opponent on like, okay, beat me with 1 monster. You know what I mean?
Why on a Saturday? So let's take a look at this.
That's what everybody's saying. Why on a
22
Saturday?
minutes ago, I'm late.
Kaiser's also strong if you get Max Seed. Thank you very much, Ryla guys, coming through with the Twitch resubscription. 55 months in a row of grown ass Ryla guys, or Ryliness. That is a little over 4.5 years. If we're unbanning Protoss, let's go all out. Fall/winter list. Let's bring back the Guard Dragon. Screw it. Let's see what happens. So I don't think you can play. Like, I don't think you could play pure Guard Dragons aren't coming back. I don't think you could play. Well, not LP. Argapane's still broken because it doesn't summon a Omni Negate per se, chat, but it can summon like Hot Red Dragon Archery and Abyss. It can summon Crystal Clear Synchro Dragon. Like that card would still be nuts. LP might not be that broken, chat, because like the only one we have is Pisty, right? Because I'm looking at Dragon Link. I think Dragon Link has to like morph, chat. Does it not? Dispatter. Yeah, but even Dispatter is like, it's not like the monster negation is not online unless you banish one of your opponent's cards. You know what I mean? Like you do all of that and still get nibbed and just look dumb. You know what I mean? Crimson Dragon. I mean, what would summoning Crimson Dragon do? I wouldn't do anything. Like I'm thinking of Dragon Link as a whole, chat, and I feel like is Dragon Link going to have to morph into like Thunder, chat, like it was before? Because like with no Baron, with no Savage, like what are you ending on now? Is it just like Seal plus, like there's no Savage? Savage was like a huge part of that deck, chat. That deck always wanted to end on Savage. Borrelin. But like the thing about Borrelin is in the EMZ. So if you Borrelin, you like can't even make Seal. So like Borrelin pass, like that doesn't sound good. It sounds terrible. You know, like that does not sound good. Like I'm looking at Dragon Link chat. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll see Trish at Raleigh if he goes, but like Dragon Link seems like a deck that is probably going to have an identity crisis right now, chat. Like you're going to, because you know you got the Bestials that are like, or you still have Magnamut that's at 1. Like Dragon Link's gonna have to do gonna have to have a come to God moment where they're gonna have to be like, okay, what is our game plan? What are we doing now?
To the party. I did not expect
Trish
this
is going
this weekend. You know, YCS's upcoming YCS. So I was like,
well, he went to
it's
Raleigh
probably
for
going
that,
to be
so.
May, but here we are. So let's take a look. Okay, let's zoom in. The first one being Link Karibo. There were a lot of predictions by the people that, you know, obviously Link wants in this format. Looking at Little Knight and more reasons is Link ones are far too powerful. Anima is also there, but Link Karibo is taking the hit. You know, the quick dodge is very powerful, etc. So looking at Fire Kings, etc. This wasn't a surprise. I didn't have it on my prediction list, but it is what it is. But Baron the Fleur. Ah, yes. Baron. Baron is a card.
Can I ask you guys a question? With Baron, DeFleur, and Savage, do you guys think that if players didn't complain about these cards recently, like you guys know how like recently over the last few months or so, it's become kind of vogue to like complain about Savage, Appaloosa, and Baron. Do you guys think that if people didn't complain about them specifically and we all just accepted them as like inevitable, do you guys think that they would have gotten banned? Because I feel like they wouldn't have. I don't know if they. That's what I'm saying though. I feel like the complaint, because like you can go on YouTube right now, chat, and you can see like people who are saying like these cards are ruining Yu-Gi-Oh, and they're about the Omni Negates. Like I feel like this is because of the complaining. Like I feel like if no one made those videos, if no one talked about, I feel like these cards would still. Summon Limit was getting banned regardless, chat. If you watch the finals of YCS Vegas, like that's the flashpoint moment where Pac is trying to combo, Hani flips over Summon Limit, crosses his arms and says, "Come at me, bro." Like that was the flashpoint moment where I was like, Summon Limit's getting banned. Because that's Konami, that's not what you want for your game. You don't want to just floodgate, can't do anything. GG. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know, because like these caught me by surprise. You know what I mean? They saw the highlight channel. Does Jerome care about us? It's been around for a while. Recently, people have been complaining about them nonstop. That's what I mean. I think people have been complaining about them a lot, but I think it's been more recent. Not saying that it's wrong or right, because I think these cards definitely should have gotten banned, because it's more about a broader picture of like, get rid of the, you know, generic Omni Negates. And I think people like that, but what's it called? Now they can ban Zeus. Bro, Zeus should have been, oh my God, chat. You know when Zeus should have been banned, chat? Do you guys know the exact moment when Zeus should have been banned? I'm gonna tell you the exact moment when Zeus should have been banned. Zeus should have been banned at the YCS Philly ban list. For that ban list, chat, the one that they dropped mid tournament, the one that had a Scarecrow, that's when they should have banned Zeus. Like, Zeus was insane, that format. Every deck made Zeus. Yeah, Zeus should have been banned right then and there in that format. Cash made Zeus. Purely made Zeus. Everything was made. SHS made Zeus. Like, every deck in that format was making Zeus.
It's a generic level 10 synchro that, in all honesty, it was far too powerful. The thing is that I never would have thought that they would actually ban the cards. Ooh, Baron the Fleur being banned. That's, for me, it's an awkward choice, but not really. Same for Savage. Why?
Well, they're like twins.
Okay, they're powerful in Snake Eyes. You can very easily make them, you know, with Diable Star, Jet Synchron. Okay, they are powerful synchros and Omni Negations, but it kind of feels a little bit awkward to hit them now. Whew, and Summon Limit as well. I had this on the prediction list. Summon Limit being banned.
People had that.
4 cards banned and 4 big cards. Damn. Ooh, that's kind of big. 2 Omni Negations. I think this is kind of healthy. You know, no Baron, no Boreload, Summon Limit gone, obviously, and Link Karibo. Whew. Man, Let's see. Okay, cards going to 1. Protos. Protos coming to 1. Really? Protos.
I even just like Lithium's eyes.
Protos coming to 1. Really? Title that was...
Even his eyes got big.
Colossus to 1. Kieran to 1. We see Kieran. Okay, chicken game. Chicken game. Okay, you can do some nasty stuff, but one chicken game is fine because of Ancient Fairy Dragon. It gives, those decks a beneficial target to search. So chicken game at 1, that's cool. Anti-spell at 1 also had that, so they're going after the stronger floodgates, but whoa, man. Protos to 1, so, Sword Soul kind of fell off. Not so sure.
He's getting... We're all old.
Calling fire? No fire. It's no Snake Eyes. They're going for the generic hits, but Colossus back to 1. Kieran back to 1.
Starframe, how'd your testing go?
I imagine Electromite to 3 immediately.
How did your testing go, brother?
Hits, guys. I'm agreeing with the banned cards, but here, Colossus, okay, Kieran... Oh, man. Okay, cards going to 2. Armageddonite, okay. Delicious Memory, oh, that's fine, I guess. That's okay-ish. Cards going back to 3. Let's see. Engage. I had this one. Hard power. I had this one. Turret malicious.
I said Cyframe Duelist.
I had most of them. Bar malicious. Was malicious still at 2? Okay. So that's something for Orcus, for heroes, right?
Wait, what? I couldn't do it. I only own wireless headphones, and those weren't allowed. What type of testing did you sign up for?
But hard.
You didn't do it in person? Yeah, you didn't do like your testing in person? Because when I did the written test, I did it in person.
3. Didn't really do that much, right?
Also, why would you even need headphones? Yeah, if you did it in person, they would just give you headphones.
Terror top to 3, that was expected.
Right?
And engage, that's kind of big. 3 engage. Also looking forward to the new Sky Striker support. So that's it.
I'm not putting Cyframe
no immediate Fire King
business out there.
Same for Snake Eyes. Well, indirectly, right? We're looking at Link Karibo, so you cannot quick dodge. That's important. Or
it was online only.
There's still Anima, right? Was about to say for Little Knight.
Cyframe
but both Baron before and Savage. That's kind of like a hit, a big hit for Snake Eyes, because those cards, were powerful in pure Snake Eyes. Summon limit, good riddance, anti-spell to 1, joining the party of Ghost and Match Rivalry and the other floodgates.
I hate to ask this question, chat, but I feel like it's a legitimate question. What will be the next floodgate to get limited or banned in Yu-Gi-Oh? And I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna tell you what I think it will not be. I do not think it will be skill drain. I do not think it will be, because people, again, they overlook you cannot play skill drain in you can't play it in Vanquished Soul. Well, you kind of can because you can bounce, but you can't play it in Voiceless. Can't play that shit in Branded. You can't play skill drain doesn't work. It works in a very, very, very small amount of decks, to be honest. That's why skill drain, I don't really see it going down. It works in a very, very, kind of have to give up on monster effects for the whole game. Macro / Fissure, they put those to 3, and they kind of flop big time, to be honest. Shifter, Power Filter. Wait, what? That's not even a real card, Jib. Drain is pretty ass in versus despite the bouncing. Wait, you're saying in Vanquish Soul? I tried it in Vanquish Soul. I played against it. It's skill drain at I saw some OCG lists. This was when Vanquish Soul first got released. That played skill. It's kind of cute because again, you can go normal summon, Rosin, activate effect, chain link 2, Burger. Burger, bounces, the rosin still result. It's cute, but you have to continually have bounces. If you don't have Kaiser, or if you don't have Caesar Valius and Burger to constantly bounce, your skill drain actually hurts you, and then you can't use rock either. So it's kind of cute, but it's not broken or anything like that. It's broken in decks like Dark World that don't have monster effects, or on field power filter. So I don't think skill drain will be the next one. Wait, I think I know this card. This looks like a hold on. This looks like a GX card. Is this Duelist Genesis? Yeah, this is Duelist. Jim says this will be the next Ban Floodgate. Neither player can special summon monsters with 1,000 or less attack. Deck Lockdown Strong 2. It's really cute. I love the artwork of it, chat. It's like, if you took away the letters, I wouldn't have known what this. If you were like, Cap, what's the name of this? I wouldn't have known. Just looking at the artwork, I'd have been like, Ojama Vacation or something. I don't know. It's a cute card. If it was 1,500 or less, it probably would have already been banned. I don't know. No. When I said Floodgate, I didn't mean like the like Twitter Floodgate term where you turn any like. I mean an actual, like, a card that has a continuous effect. You know what I mean? And you can even say, like, oh, Cap, they're going to reban Thunder Dragon Colossus. Like, that'd have been fine. But I don't think Skill Drain will be the next card, chat, that goes to 1 or 0. Because people just underestimate, like, how hard it is to kind of fit Skill Drain into decks. You know what I mean? Like, it works in Runic, and that's about it. You know? For, like, good decks. Deck lock. That's MBT says it's going to be Deck Lockdown. Jib says it's going to be this card, Power Filter. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Oh,
let's
Jib,
see.
Jibril, Jib. Hold on. I'm not even gonna ask him. GG Jibril. Where's Jib's ban list, chat? Jib Yugi. Okay, here we go. Wow. Press 1 if nice, lazy Yugi tuber. Wow. So much for see. This is why people hit a ceiling and they don't break through. Like, bro, you got content for a week. Content for an entire week, Jib. You had your big 1,000 view video, one of the biggest days of the month, and like, what are you doing? No content when like everyone's like, yo, what's Jib's take on the bet? Like, nothing. Nice. Nothing. Cool. I was like, you know what? We can watch Jib's ban. I want to see what Jib says about this card, and there's no video. I'm a stream to. That's like, okay, Jib. This is something that I thought you would have known, or that I thought you would have known. Banlist content, at least the reactions, they need to be as imminent, or excuse me, as immediate as possible. Like, consider it like hot soup, bro. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants a cold ban list. Nobody cares 2-3 days. Like, it needs to be like immediate. Because the thing is, when you're talking about ban list reactions, like, everyone makes one. Like, let's just type in Yu-Gi-Oh ban list. Look at this. He don't even play the game, Jib. And he made a ban list. Simo don't know anything past fucking progression series. Cali Effect, Simo, MBT, Josh Schmidt, Stevie Blunder, DB Grunt. Like, you're competing with all of these people, Jib. Now, granted, you could say, oh, they're all so much bigger than me, but like, that's not the point. The point is like, this is like what is expected of you, you know? Yeah, right. It literally is a strike while the iron is hot. Like, again, even Souza made one. Simo don't play Yugi. He just plays, what's it called? He probably doesn't. Actually, I kind of wonder what he said about Savage. But anyways, is that idol?